Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
And Rex, and you took off twine.
This is a gift from patron Saint William Schappert.
William Schappert, patron saint of whiskey.
Let's try in the other direction. It doesn't work. I'm trying to do the time spin. Yeah. Oh,
Thing.
I'm not moving quickly enough.
What if? Problem solver. Look at this. Look at this. What if you spin in one direction, and then you go the other direction, so you just counteract it?
I don't think that's gonna work. We'll try it though next time. Okay. So this we've done before, Evan Williams single barrel.
Okay.
Right? But because it's a vintage statement, we've not done this bottle. So that's why I'm doing it Magnificent Bastard instead.
What's a vintage statement?
Well, that means that this one, look on the back.
Yeah.
Look at the small print right there.
Yeah.
Distilled in.
There's a lot of small.
First
print.
number.
Distilled in Kentucky.
No, right here. 11/27/12.
Oh.
Barreled on,
not distilled in.
Sorry.
Barreled
Put in a barrel.
Okay.
2012. The one we did last time was 2009.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is try to compare the barrel variation because this is literally one barrel.
Sure.
This was barrel 23. This one's 633.
Right on.
Right? This one's roughly 7.5 years ish. Right?
I'm getting like a rosy sandalwood, and I almost said toffee, but I don't think it's a toffee.
No, but it is like a creamy note. So the last time we said something, and I remembered it. I was hoping I could find it again, and I'm going to see when I A/B compare which one's stronger. But it was horchata, cinnamon
milk,
rice milk.
Yeah.
Like the vanilla, the cream, cinnamon.
I'm not finding a big old cherry note.
No.
Very common. I mean, it's almost par for the course for bourbons at this point.
I think if I remember correctly, Evan Williams is 78% corn, I think, and 12% rye.
And then
relatively lower rye.
There's some nice tea notes in there too. Yeah, nice sweet tea notes.
Now, here's the beauty of this. This is an almost 8-year-old bourbon from a big brand name, single barrel, proofed down to 43.3.
You get that aromatic wood note though, almost a sandalwood quality. Not really. It's not just oaky. It's like wow.
Oh, try it. Ooh, that's dry. It goes sweet, but the dry wood oil really comes
from beginning to end.
Yeah,
it's very dry.
Instantly dry.
It's one of the most dry whiskeys I think I've had.
I agree. Almost like a rye, even though it's a low rye.
I've had a lot sweeter ryes than that. Okay, this is the
original one that we reviewed like a year or so ago.
I think we've been seeing a color difference. The first one you poured is more.
No, it's just the bottle. Because look, here, hold up your two side by side. They're basically the same.
You're right. They're practically for all intents and purposes.
Oh, wait. So the old one, way more mild and mellow. Of course, there's less of a bottle.
Yeah. Very similar, though. Right?
Very similar.
Right out of the gate, these are, they deserve to be under the same label for sure, but there is a slight little...
No, that one's dry too. It's not as dry. So the 2009 to 2016 bottle...
Is the older one you pulled out, is that more mild on the taste as well as the nose?
It is, but it's still dry. Not near as dry as the first one.
Yeah. Wow, though. They're going for consistency then. They're going for like this super dry whiskey.
I mean, from barrel to barrel, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
To have that level of flavor consistency.
Yeah, but it's a little surprising to me because most big brands, like recognizable brands you're going to find on most shelves, they're so often going for what they know are going to be the beloved classic notes. And that often translates to some kind of sweetness. And it's compared to most bourbons, very little sweetness in here.
Yeah, it's way more of the herb and the corn dust and the wood oil.
And the finish, though, I think I like the finish more than anything. It leaves me, I get like almost like what is that? Like just a classic caramel vanilla. I think I'm looking for right? The thing that I enjoy about bourbon is I really like the vanilla and the caramel, and I like the cherry. It's just I'm getting beat over the head with the cherry so often. But this, the caramel and vanilla, it doesn't show up until you stop drinking the whiskey for like a solid minute, and then you have this finish where it's just
slightly vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, you know what?
Oh, your comments are over there, by the way.
I'm getting there. I am not in love with this.
No, me either. It's not my cup of bourbon.
I see what you did. You should feel bad. No. Why? it's
finger guns.
No, it's just not. It's not a good thing.
It is a good thing. Finger guns are always a good thing. Back me up, guys. Finger guns are always cool. Just like bow ties. Bow ties are cool.
They can be. Matt Smith, Doctor Who?
Yeah.
He could pull off a bow tie.
Yes, he could. That man could pull off a bow tie.
We got McBeardly, 37. How to move my whiskey. Hey, tribe, I'm moving in the next few weeks, and I was hoping I could get some advice on moving my bottles. They all fit into one box, but I'm a bit concerned with whether or not the box would hold the weight. Any legitimate suggestions would be appreciated. Thank you.
Here's the thing. This may seem obvious, but I have experienced when you're working on a project and you're in the wrong category, your brain sometimes forgets the obvious solution to something.
Yeah.
The obvious solution is someone's already solved the shipping of alcohol problem, and it's called the producers and distributors who ship alcohol to retail stores in cases of 6 to 12.
Right.
And those are liquor boxes designed to keep things from breaking and hold the weight while they ship liquor.
Yeah.
Go to any local retail store, they're going to have piles of those that they would love to get rid of.
Call ahead first.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they haven't offloaded and thrown them away.
For us, Specs literally keeps an entire bay of like 400 boxes just piled on top of each other, and you could walk in and grab a couple anytime you want.
Right.
So go find a place that has actual liquor boxes and just pack them in boxes of 12. One, it'll be safe.
Yeah.
And two, you break them into manageable weight boxes.
Sure.
Instead of all in one.
So in the comments, if you have suggestions, what I do, and this is how I've moved my entire life.
Call some friends. Make them move while you play video games. Nailed it.
The hefty bags. Like they're strong. They're called hefty. They have to be strong. You can move anything in there if you stack it well. And so your bottles, you don't want them clinking around. So you put socks over the bottles, and you could pile like a lot of bottles in there. And there's no sharp edges because socks. And that hefty bag, I mean, hell, man, you can get pretty robust collection in a hefty bag. Double bag it though, just in case like you snag it on something. You don't want to. Yeah.
Like every mover's worst nightmare. They show up and everything's in trash bags, and they're like, ah, crap.
No.
We can't stack anything.
I've only hired a moving company once.
Yeah.
And the hefty bag solution. Because here's what I can't stand. You're moving, and then gotta get the boxes, and then you get the tape, and you get the labels, and this goes in the kitchen, and it's bullshit. It's horrible. And fully, I will be moved like 12 hours faster than any other household that's moving. I'm just gonna get my crap here into some type of receptacle to move it from here to there. And hefty bags, the thing about those is like they'll kind of conform to whatever, seat or weight or person you're stacking these on. So, because
you're still defending it.
They work great. It works so good.
You're still defending it.
Yeah.
Look, if all your belongings...
I will be moved while you got your crisp new Sharpie and your rating. Look, kitchen earring.
If all of your belongings fit in a Ford Focus, then the trash bag method is for you.
You do know, you realize I don't like owning things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rex's method is pack what he wants into bags, stuff it in his car when his car's full, set fire to the remainder.
Owning crap is like
claim the insurance.
That's a hassle.
Move on.
But I don't know why. I don't know why this jumped to my head. But speaking of my car, right? It's 2012 Ford Focus, yo.
Yeah, nailed it.
I need a mic to drop. So I was dropping my oldest off at school today. It's his first day of school, and they're doing like the COVID testing. They did like the blood test and the whole thing. So we get out, and before they get out of the car, they do the temperature check. Earlier that morning, Hollister, my oldest, he said, I haven't worn shoes in months because he's either been barefoot in the yard or they don't go anywhere. So he puts his shoes on, and they're so tight, he's outgrown them. He's walking. And then
Poor child.
He's getting the COVID test, The woman checks him. I was like, okay, you're good to go. He opens the door, and between the seat, the passenger seat he was in, and the door, all down that in-between area.
Solid trash.
Full of tortilla chips. It's like that high, that deep. Just
So
a
it opens out
channel.
and just pours out tortilla
Like
chips.
a channel of tortilla chips. Because I was at Chipotle the day before and I was eating tortilla chips and I took a corner of all my tortilla chips they spilled off. I hadn't had a chance to clean it up yet. So, first day of school.
By the way, that happened in April.
No, it didn't happen in April. I have the receipts. So he opens up the door, tortilla chips pour out of the car, and then he goes hobbling home to his class.
That poor kid. First impressions. Gotta love it. And they're like, should we have let this kid come to the school?
Okay. I hate sound issues. Me too. How to keep your bottles ambient. Okay. So I live in the UK. It's cold. Once glass gets cold, it's cold forever here. Even on a relatively hot summer day, you can't keep it ambient. This has been a problem for years, but it's recently come to a head, and I'm losing my mind. I've tried sitting with the bottle between my legs all day. I've put the bottle I want to drink tonight in bed. I've tried wrapping it in tube socks. I've tried putting them in closed cabinets. How do I keep a bottle ambient?
You don't. That's the answer. You don't. What you do is handle it in the glass. You pour it into a glass and you use your hand to bring the temperature of the whiskey down. So instead of intentionally leaving it alone, you just hold the glass with your hand. It'll warm up the whiskey.
Like this?
Yeah.
And then you just have to look like this the whole time?
No, only until it gets to the right temperature, and then you can leave it alone.
Okay. For a dry whiskey, you're welcome. That's about as dry as they get.
Yep.
Here's to finding, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.